Hello my beautiful friends, it's Amanda here, and today I'm going to show you how I got this really peachy metallic look. This has been my spring go-to, and I have a new favorite ColourPop Super Shock Shadow. It's this one in the shade Flipper. This is kind of the star of the show for this eye look. So if you want to see how I got this look, just keep watching. I'm actually going to start my eyes with the blush from the ColourPop Double Play palette. This is the face palette from the Sand collection. I'm going to take that blush on a little like medium-sized fluffy brush, and I'm going to put that in my crease. Next, I'm going to layer in the crease this shade from ColourPop. It's the pressed shadow in the shade Wait For It, and I'm using the ColourPop blending brush to add that into my crease. Next, I'm going to use a combination of two shades. I'm going to add BELLIR and Wait For It onto this flat eyeshadow brush from e.l.f. and I'm going to pack that on the outer half of my eyelids. Now, before I go in with my all over lid color, I'm going to go back into the blush from the Double Play palette, and I'm just going to kind of blend all of these shades together. Now, if you want this to be a more toned down or more like everyday wearable kind of look, then you could just take the highlighter from the Double Play palette, pack that all over the inner part of your lid, and you'd be good to go. You'd have a little hint of peach, but we're gonna go full peach with it. I have been absolutely in love with this Super Shock Shadow. It's in the shade Flipper. It's really kind of glittery, metallic, bright orangey peach, and I love it. I'm telling you right now, it's early in the month. This is gonna be in my monthly favorites. I haven't put this down since I got it. So I'm just gonna take a little bit of the shade Flipper, well, a lot of it of the shade Flipper on my finger, and I'm gonna apply that all over most of my lid. That is some shimmery, peachy goodness. You know what we need? Another layer. I'm gonna go back with that combo that I put on the outer part of the lid, and I'm just gonna deepen up the very, very edge of the outer part of my eye. Now I'm gonna take just the lighter brown shade called BELLIR on this little kind of mini flat brush from Morphe, and I'm gonna put that right along my lower lash line. Using the same brush, I'm gonna go back into the blush from the Double Play palette, and I'm gonna add a little bit of that just to warm up that lower lash line. Now, to finish off my eyeshadow, I'm gonna take the highlighter from the palette on this little teeny tiny Eco Tools brush, and I'm gonna put that around the inner corner of my eye. This is a trick I like to use to make my metallic eye looks look even shinier and shimmerier. Before I put on mascara or eyeliner or anything like that, I will take some setting spray and I'll spray my whole face, including my eyes, and that will help just kind of up the amp on my metallic shadows. I'm gonna curl my lashes and add some mascara off camera, and then I will be right back. All right, I curled my eyelashes and I added some of my pure fully charged mascara. And before we move on to lips, I just wanted to give you kind of a quick alternative. If you don't have the ColourPop shadows and face palette that I mentioned, there are some pretty similar shades in the Sweet Peach palette. So if you have the Too Faced Sweet Peach palette, you can get a really similar look. These shades are not exact dupes, but overall, I think the eye look would turn out really similarly. So if I had to recreate this look using only the Sweet Peach palette, these are the shades I would use. I swatched them out here so you can see on top are the ColourPop shades that I used, and then below are the Too Faced kind of alternatives. I wouldn't call them dupes, but I think you would get a similar look. These first two shades on top are the blush and highlight from the Double Play palette from ColourPop, and below down here from the Too Faced Sweet Peach palette, we have the shade Puree, which is a matte, a nice warm matte, and this super shimmery shade, which look how similar those look. Isn't that crazy? This is the shade Luscious from the Sweet Peach palette. Next up, we have that really bright peachy matte from ColourPop called Wait For It. And below here, to get a sort of similar, definitely not as intense, but a similar shade, I've combined the shades Just Peachy and Candied Peach from the Sweet Peach palette. And then next I have BELAIR from ColourPop, and this is a different finish. BELAIR's a matte, and this is definitely a shimmer shade, but the tone is really similar. So if you used it in the same way, I think you'd get a really similar look. And this is the shade Cobbler from the Too Faced Sweet Peach palette. And lastly, we have Flipper. There's nothing quite like Flipper from ColourPop, but again, I combined two shades. This is Bellini and Nectar mixed together, and I think on the lid, it's definitely not a dupe, but I think that this palette could create a really similar look if you don't have these ColourPop products. I'm gonna show you two different lip options to go with this eye look. The first is really simple and more wearable. I'm using my Too Faced Sweet Peach Oil Lip Gloss in the shade Peach-SICLE, and this just kind of goes with everything, but I think it'll be really beautiful with this look. I love these Sweet Peach Oil Lip Glosses, and I think this goes perfectly with this look. It really lets the eyes be the star of the show. But if you're feeling a little bit more adventurous and you just want to take that peachy metallic goodness one step further, I'm going to show you a metallic lip option. I zoomed you in a little bit because this lip does have two steps. First, I'm taking my Too Faced Melted Matte in the shade Child Star, and I'm just going to put that all over the lips. Once your liquid lipstick is completely dry, you can go over with the top coat. I'm using the shade In Lust from the MAC Metallic Lip line, and I'm just gonna apply that all over my lips. Now the MAC lipstick just gave my matte lip color a little bit more sheen. It's definitely not super matte, it's not super metallic. I still think that this is pretty wearable, but I think we can take it a step further. I think I'm gonna take a metallic eyeshadow and just tap it in the center of my lips. So let's get crazy. I'm using the shade Bellini from my Sweet Peach palette, and I just put that on my ring finger here, and I'm just gonna tap that in the center of my lips for a kind of like metallic ombre look. That wraps up today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed watching it as much as I enjoyed making it for you. This look is so fun. I can't stop reaching for this shadow. And I hope that this reminds you that there aren't really rules when it comes to makeup. You can layer your lipsticks, you can put blush on your eyes, you can put eyeshadow on your lips. You can do whatever you want. Just experiment, have fun with it, and enjoy all the bright spring colors that are coming out now. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye. This light is making me look really washed out. Also, I'm pale. I am feeling a little sassy. Calm down, Peach girl. Maybe take two on that. Just let it dry, let it dry, let it dry, dry, dry. Do, 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 do. Do, do, do. Let me check my Instagram while we wait. I'm having one of those days, just a weird day. First of all, I had to battle a bee this morning. Story time while my lips dry. I had to battle a bee. It was on my front door and I didn't realize it. And I opened the door and the door like opens into my house. And this bee started like flying around in my entryway and I didn't know what to do. I couldn't kill it because I don't have any like bug spray to kill it, and it wouldn't land on anything, so I couldn't crush it. So I was just standing there like in my front entryway, like blocked in by this bee. I don't know, it's weird. That was a weird story. I'm sure that was not interesting at all. Also, I'm having one of those weird days where like I think that a picture is gonna be really awesome on Instagram and then it doesn't like get a lot of attention, which is fine. I mean, I just post things that I like, but there are certain things that I'm like, oh yeah, people are gonna love this. And then like, no. And then the next picture, it's like, this one's okay. And then it gets a lot of likes. Point being, I've been on Instagram actively posting for well over a year and it's like, I still have no idea. Moral of the story. You'll never figure it out. It's fine. I can stop yammering now. Let's try that again. That didn't work. Oh, the magic of editing. You'll never know how much I screwed up. Except I'll probably put it in the bloopers because that's what I do. Do I sound like a fish? You really need to focus. Focus. Just love this eyeshadow so much. I'm distracted by it. Look. You're a freak. Calm down. Just one, but two different lip options. Don't dance. Don't ever dance. Don't do it.